If you feel lost on the spiritual journey, I gotta explain the hidden purpose of the stage you are in. After 10 years on my own path, I found that there are 8 distinct stages, each with its unique purpose. So in this video, I'm just going to break down what each stage is and give you a clear map for your journey. Alright, let's dive in. The first stage of spiritual awakening is the unconscious stage, and the purpose here is to fully experience the human story. What do I mean by this? Our soul agrees to forget the truth so they can learn and grow through the limitation of human life. Because once you know how everything works, there is no purpose in living as a human anymore. So there will always be a part of us that is asleep. This helps to create contrast, and contrast is the entire engine of the human experience. You won't desire connection without the contrast of feeling separate. You won't appreciate clarity without the contrast of confusion. You won't yearn for your own power until you have felt powerless. If you are not asleep, you can't be awakened. The unconscious stage allows you to experience the full spectrum of life, which creates the desire that fuels your entire journey of expansion. I think of it like playing a video game. Your character doesn't start with all the powers and the map of the entire world. The adventure is in the exploration, the challenge, and the process of leveling up. If you knew all the secrets from the start, there would be no game to play. It wouldn't be fun at all. The unconscious stage is your soul agreeing to play the game of life without reading the instruction manual first. So the hidden purpose of this stage isn't to trap you in the dark. It's the starting point for the amazing journey of remembering who you truly are. Now the second stage of awakening is the trigger stage. And as the name suggests, the purpose here is to trigger your awakening. It's meant to disrupt what you're familiar with and to loosen your ego's attachment. The universe is not punishing you, it's destroying your current system so that it can build new and better ones, be it your belief, paradigm, career, or relationships. It's actually redirecting you away from what is no longer in alignment with your soul and making space for what is. It's easier to wipe away everything and start from scratch than to build on top of what you currently have. Think of it like building a house. If your current foundation are shaky, building on top of them will just create a house that is unsafe to live in. Why not start fresh, tear everything down, and build again? This is especially true when the spiritual perspective is so radically different from the ego's view. What's more, a trigger leaves a huge impression on you. I remember the first time I was triggered into a spiritual awakening. I was hiding in shame, not wanting to let other people know I made a mistake switching my careers from an accountant to an animator. I kept going down the wrong path, trying to find other roles in the animation industry. Now I know that if I ever experience a trigger or make a mistake again, I have to immediately let that go and move on. Because I always remember how miserable I was when I didn't. So the hidden purpose of this stage isn't to punish you, it's asking you to pivot and align with what is truly resonating with your soul. Now the third stage of awakening is the dark night of the soul, and the hidden purpose here is to surrender. Surrendering is about fully letting go of your ego, at least to the identity it attached itself to, and allowing the divine work on you. It's a sacred process of healing your deepest wounds and beliefs that no longer serve you. This is often the most challenging stage because the initial shock of the trigger has faded and you can be left in a state of deep emptiness. It can feel like your prayers are going unanswered. The things that used to bring you joy now feel meaningless, and the future can look like a complete void. Your shadow comes to the surface waiting to be purged. At this stage, we have to make a decision. Do we cling to the old life or do we follow our spirit into the unknown? And if we resist the flow, we risk getting trapped here for a long time. This stage is all about learning to let go of control. The ego wants to know the full picture before it takes a single step, but the Dark Knight's purpose is to teach you how to trust that you will be fine even when you have no answers at all. The perfect analogy for this stage is the caterpillar in the cocoon. After its old life of crawling is over, The caterpillar must dissolve into a formless goo inside a dark, confined space. It has no idea what it will become. It can't see the future. It can't control the process. Its only job is to surrender to the darkness and trust in the transformation that is happening to it and for it. This dark night is your cocoon. So the hidden purpose of this stage is to teach you how to let go completely. It's a divine process of dissolving your old ego-based identity so that your true spiritual self has the space to finally emerge. After the dark night comes the breakthrough. Stage 4 is the awakening stage, and its purpose is to give you a direct, undeniable experience of spirit, a glimpse of what is truly real. For me, I was in the park one day and I experienced this profound sense of oneness with everything. The trees, the river, and the world. It's not a concept you can learn from a book. It's a feeling you know deep down in the core of your being. The hidden purpose of this glimpse is to give your soul a North Star, a brand new reference point for alignment. From this moment on, whenever you deviate too far from your spirit into your ego, some part of you will know that you are off course and you have to bring yourself back into alignment. It's like you spend your whole life drawing with a set of children color pencil, believing that only 12 colors exist. Then in the moment of awakening, the universe hands you this full spectrum of colors with thousands of shades, and you instantly become an artist. You suddenly realize reality is infinitely more vibrant and detailed than you ever imagined. And then you can't go back to drawing with only 12 colors. So the ultimate purpose of this stage is the radical expansion of your world, your reality, and your perspective. It's a beautiful gift to show you what's possible and to give you an undeniable reason to continue the journey. Okay, so after the big aha moment of awakening, you get to this stage 5, which is the exploration stage. The universe has just opened you up to a broader perspective, and the purpose of this stage is really just to explore and discover more for yourself. When I was in this stage, I started reading a lot more on spirituality, mindfulness, law of attraction, Taoism, past life, and more. Think of it like being invited to a grand spiritual buffet. There is an incredible variety of wisdom that's available. In one section, you have the ancient dishes passed down from your ancestors, things like religious teachings, traditional mantras, and shamanic rituals. In another corner, you have the modern cuisine of books, podcasts, and videos from every source imaginable, things like astrology, numerology, and energy clearing. The purpose of this dish is not to eat everything on a buffet. It's to take your plate, your own intuition, and to sample what truly resonates with you. You get to experiment, you try a little of this, try a little of that. You learn that what nourishes one person might not be for you, and that's okay. There's no single right meal here. And you soon realize that the goal isn't to find all the answer and then leave the buffet. The true hidden purpose of this dish is to fall in love with the joy of discovery itself, knowing that there will always be something new to explore. Alright, now stage 6 is the isolation stage, also known as the hermit stage. The hidden purpose here is simple, to embrace stillness and silence. Sooner or later, pretty much everyone on the awakening path gets to a point where they just want to be alone. And it's not because you suddenly become antisocial. It's because your soul is calling you to build a much stronger relationship with yourself. Think of it like this. For a tree to grow tall and strong, it has to spend a huge amount of time growing its roots deep down into the earth. Those roots are its foundation, its stability. When we first awaken, our spiritual roots aren't that deep yet. It's easy to get pushed around by all the chaotic energy in the world, all the fear, the drama, the noise you hear and see from the people around you and the media. You can feel yourself getting influenced by everyone else's stuff. So the universe gives you this gift of isolation, a quiet season for you to withdraw from the world and grow your own roots deep into your spiritual core. It's about protecting your energy so you can build that unshakable inner strength. The hidden purpose of this stage isn't to hide you from the world forever. It's to give you the sacred place you need to become so deeply rooted in yourself that no storm can ever knock you over again. Okay, so after you spend that secret time in isolation, growing your roots, stage 7 is the integration stage. I like to think of this as the return from the mountaintop. You had your time in that quiet stillness and you have gained a higher perspective. And the purpose of this journey was never to stay on the mountain forever. The purpose is to see if you can bring that mountain peace back down into this massive, noisy village of everyday life. Because of all the wisdom you have gained isn't very useful if it just stays in your head. You came here to bring the spiritual knowledge into your physical life, into your relationships, your career, and your finances. This is the real test. As Ram Dass famously said, if you think you're so enlightened, go and spend a week with your family. It's easy to stay and feel centered when you're alone, but can you hold on to that peace when you're with your parents, your partner, or even strangers in traffic? Suddenly, they all become your greatest spiritual teachers. So the hidden purpose of the integration stage is to stop seeing a difference between your spiritual life and your physical life. It's about connecting heaven and earth right here, right now. It's about taking that beautiful view from the mountaintop and learning to see it in everything and everyone down in the village. After you return from the mountaintop and learn to integrate your spirit into your daily life, the final stage of the journey is the calling stage. The purpose here is simple: to contribute. You will realize your focus slowly shifting from personal healing to service for the world. Contribution doesn't mean you suddenly have to become a famous spiritual teacher. You could be an artist, an entrepreneur, or a parent. You could even work in a 9 to 5 job, but you do it with new energy. You become the peace holder in your office, the person who brings calm and harmony just by being there. That in itself is a profound service. Think of humanity as a grand orchestra. Not everyone is meant to be the lead violinist playing the dramatic solo. Some are the quiet cellos, providing the rich foundation. Others are the steady percussion, keeping the rhythms. Every single instrument is essential to the final piece of music. The entire purpose of your awakening journey, the trigger, the dark night, the isolation, the integration, was to help you remember what instrument you came here to play. Your calling is simply to play your unique part, big or small, with all your heart. You're not just an individual, you are a vital note in the song of the universe. And the beautiful hidden purpose of this final stage is simply to play it. Now that we've covered all the hidden purpose of each stage, I hope you can see that even though your spiritual journey can feel a bit chaotic and lonely sometimes, it is never random. There is a secret intelligence guiding your entire path of awakening. But remember, every stage of awakening also have a specific test, a clever trap set by the ego to keep you from moving forward. You can watch this next video to find out more.